Hey guys, it's Haplin, just with a little impromptu video. Chris asked a great question inside of our Elite Affiliate group, which if you don't know is our smaller group exclusive to our high-level affiliates where we go more in-depth on answers to questions and stuff like that. But I wanted to make this video kind of summarizing the discussion for the bigger group because I think it's important for us all to see. So let's just recap really fast. 8K contacts in this DR. He's got 2K to start, full opt-out rate of 20%, and the contacts are from warranty work. I don't know exactly what that means. I'm not familiar with the niche, but the contacts are not likely to be familiar with this company name, which is, can have a big effect. I've got 452 contacts so far and 5 appointments and 93 opt-outs. And he's thinking of changing up his offer verbiage. And he's got his old offer here. This is what he was offering. You can pause the video and read through that. And then the new offer, what he's thinking of doing. It's essentially the same exact thing. And he's just kind of dressing up the verbiage really quick. Usually what we see is that unless there are big problems with the original verbiage, if it's way too long, if it breaks the rules of the do's and don'ts of offer verbiage, it's not compliant, if it's going about things the wrong way, it's not direct. If there's big things being missed, then yes, improving the verbiage is a great way to improve results and it should be done. But looking at this original verbiage, I don't see anything wrong with it. It's pretty short. It's to the point. It's a valuable offer. It's got a yes or no question. It's direct. And if you're not actually changing the value of the offer, making something actually more powerful, more attractive, then, I'm not really seeing too many opportunities to just say it in a different way that's magically going to make more people want it. That's usually not really the way marketing works. But that said, this different verbiage may or may not perform a little bit better. It may optimize a little bit better. I have reason to think that it might increase the rate, but it's probably not going to make the massive difference in, like erasing those opt-outs and tripling his appointment rate. And everything changed once, I just worded it the right way. That can be the case if you worded it really poorly before, but if you are already wording the offer pretty decently well and it's simple and clearly communicated, then there's not quite too much to get. But what I really wanted to go over here is just the mindset of what this is still worth. He said, this is a poorly performing list. That is just a fact. And I go over that here. 5 out of 452, that's only a 1.1% appointment rate. That is low for sure. And the 20% opt-out rate, as well as the list not being familiar with the business, that points to list quality is the main culprit. And when you have a list of poor leads who are unfamiliar with the business, they're not in town anymore, they don't want that service, etc. There's not a whole lot that you can do other than fire away and go. But it's also not uncommon for factors like this to affect such a large list. Remember, Chris is working with 8K contacts here. He's starting out with only 2K, so, but whatever. But assuming he gets his hands on the whole list eventually, he's got 8,000 contacts to go through. And if we just back up and look at the math a little bit bigger, we can see that obviously we'd love for the conversion rate to be better, but we understand sometimes that's the price you pay for the massive benefit of having such a large list in the first place. So let's do a little bit more math here and just look. We can predict the total number of appointments with the current rate times the whole list size. 1.1% times 8,000 is about 88 appointments you'll set from this DR. That's the estimate, right? So 88 appointments. The reason why I'm making this video is because there are folks who want to just continue to optimize and they know they can do better, and that's great, that's good energy, but we also got to pause and just zoom out, and we need to all just rest in the fact that this is super important to accept. Setting 88 sales appointments for your client without ad spend just from DR is very, very, very valuable marketing services. And in fact, for most clients that you get the opportunity to work with in the future, this will be the most valuable marketing they've ever experienced. This will 88 sales appointments in a month or over the course of 2 months or however long it takes for you to get through DR at a reasonable rate, that can be transformative. That can transform a business. It can be the most valuable thing they've ever done to grow their business. Those are the kinds of things we hear in terms of client feedback when we're on a Zoom interview, doing success interviews, doing case study interviews, client testimonials, that sort of thing. This is incredibly, incredibly valuable. So Chris, if you're watching this, definitely do a DR results on this as you get closer to the rest of this 2K, and hopefully you get your hands on the rest of this list so we can see how the whole thing performs. But 88 appointments for free without ad spend. Well, for free, you paid the data, less than a penny per text and outbound, etc. But you didn't pay any ad spend to generate new leads. You got all of these results from a pool of existing leads. And yeah, not only are you going to get these results now, but now you have a system for being able to continually work this database. You're going to clean out the 20% opt-out rate, so those people will be taken off the list. They won't be contacted again. Keep that list nice and clean for growing via inbound sources, and then sustainable DR next quarter or the next half of the year, whenever makes the most sense. This is just funny how sometimes questions come in like, oh, I've got to optimize, what's wrong? How can I fix this campaign? And the response is, what is there to fix? You're going to book 88 appointments with no ad spend for this client. Let's celebrate that. So hopefully we get to see a results post from Chris. And if you have ever gotten stuck in the mindset of, oh, maybe I could just say something a different way, and maybe that'll increase the results. Hopefully this is a lesson in terms of really understanding the big picture value of just what it means to be able to provide a sales appointment without any ad spend at all and without any real ramp up time, not having to go back and forth on assets and ramping up services and onboarding this and that. You just kind of need the list. You just need the list, get a little bit of information about the client, and then you can go with a proven offer. And hopefully you guys are doing that in this group. And I hope everyone posts their results from DR. And of course, if you are not in the Elite Affiliate group and you would like to be, if you want answers like this to the questions you have about the DR you're running, from myself, from Rob, from other members of the team, you'll want to make sure you're an Elite Affiliate, in which case, if you want to learn more about that, if you're in the free group and you want to learn more about that, just head to the classroom, click on Get Your High Level Bonuses. You can read all about how to get what you see in this video and a lot more out of the Elite group. So have a great day. I'll talk to you later.